change-ups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California, home to the Fresno State Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Pulls it, fired complete. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Hall. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. It's the conference finale today. Win this one. Extra football ahead. Has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, that looking ahead, always pointing to the future, like they need to win today. Like their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
To throw, it's Cantrell. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo. On 4th down, looking to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Hall. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Going right to work up top. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Rides the back on the option to give. Smashes through the tackle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. He's going to come up a couple of yards short in the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, I love the play call by the defense there on 4th down. They were expecting pass, and they didn't decide to just lay back and play zone coverage. They were going to dial up the pressure. They bring the blitz, and they just overwhelm the offensive line and anyone else trying to protect that quarterback.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Try and play action. Right down the middle. Got a man. It's Hall. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Boilermakers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now on 3rd down for this offense. To the air, it's Cantrell. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into defense because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the option. He'll toss it. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Fresno State. Great job by the back on the option.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Duke. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Hold and finds his man on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Flips it out to the back. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw again. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. Tight end now in motion. Gives it on the option. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Trying to pick up a first down. To the air. It's Cantrell. He's going to fire deep. He's got it at the 20. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys on the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gets it out fast. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Purdue! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start this drive going to the air. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Finds his man. It's Green. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Back to throw. It's Cantrell. It's complete to the left. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Boilermakers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run play action. Unloads it left. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff, being where you used him twice in that loss a week ago. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the tailback. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. There he goes. Jumped on top of the pile. He's got 99 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Pulls and fired complete. At the 35, he's open. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hill. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. A run for the quarterback. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the 1st half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Dropping back, it's Cantrell. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Boilermakers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this 2nd half started. And he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
Hey, and getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Throws to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Cantrell. Got his man out of the backfield.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's screened. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
With the catch, it's Harris. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Quarterback making checks. He wants to throw it again. Quickly complete. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Here's the handoff. Creates a little room. All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
First down physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow.
He'll take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Here we go, here we go.
The run to the left. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll try to make up for that last one on 2nd and 15. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 2nd down. It's on target and complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
On the option. Touchdown, Fresno State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. He's looking to throw. He's got it. Two-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal.
And it works out perfectly. The reason they called that two-point conversion was to get to within 3. This is a game going down to the wire, but you'll love the gutsy call by the offense there.
He'll bring it out. It's Hall. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line, pick up a 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Really good coverage by this defense. That they were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
Grab near the marker. It's Jones. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. Defense dropping into soft coverage. From the gun, running back gets to give. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Handoff from the gun. Runs through a tackle, and he'll be brought down. The Boilermakers headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw. It's Cantrell. Firing to the right, complete. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have...
Breaks into the open. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Caught behind the line. It's Hall. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Gives it on the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down, and now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting out the...
Touchdown, Purdue! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Unleashes it on the run. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead. Get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Fresno State right back to the line.
Man, you could almost feel the quarterback's eyes getting big on that completion. I don't think even he could believe how wide open his target was. He knew, man, if I just get this to him accurately, something really good is going to happen. That's exactly what transpired. Nice throw, nice catch, nice play.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete to the right. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the 1st down marker. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge 1st down.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Boilermakers! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Miami is just wearing one right now. That defense looks like me when I go to South Beach. Out of shape and badly burned. Hey, who's writing this stuff? They're trailing by 15 to Duke. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he fires. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And the best thing about this is can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Lockett. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fit it in the window for the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Okay, you have a 2-score advantage here, so while you want to be aggressive, David, don't hand them a cheap one.
Dang right. I'm not being reckless. I can still be aggressive, but a punt is not the worst thing, Jesse, in this situation in the 4th quarter.
You're right, David. You don't want to be reckless. So as a play caller here, let's dial up some things you know your quarterback sees well in the passing game.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. He's inside the 35. They'll spot it at the 34. Not enough for the first down, and let's see what they do on 4th. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Here comes the heat. He's going to run it. A solid pickup there. Works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Quarterback keeper picks up the first down. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Makes the grab. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They might might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
There he goes. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to go up top.
Got the touchdown, guys, but I don't know if they're going to be able to even get a playoff after this onside kick attempt. If they recover it, they're going to have to do it super quick to give themselves a chance for the Hail Mary into the end zone to win.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true. So I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts, and I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go undefeated and win a national championship. You can't go undefeated.